In this video, we'll look at how to use screen layouts in TabPilot. I'm logged in as a teacher with a more limited menu on the left than an administrator would see, but I've been granted access to the screen layouts area. From here, I can see my existing layouts, which I could use as a template and use the clone button to create a copy and then edit from there, or the add button to create a new one. I'll create one called After School. Select a background from the list, and use the Home Screen tab to decide which icons and apps should appear. The only two apps that can not be removed from a layout are the Settings app and the TabPilot Agent app. When I click Add Items, I get two tabs, Location Apps and Standard Apps. Select All will choose all of the apps in the list, or I could deselect a few of them, and use Add to Layout to add them to the currently selected screen. The Add Screen button at the bottom will add another home screen, and then I can drag certain items to the second screen. And the process can be repeated. I can rearrange items on the screen by just dragging and dropping as well. The screens themselves can be rearranged by dragging them right or left in the list. The Add Folder button lets me create a folder, and then I can drag items into the folder. Clicking on the folder allows me to rename it. When I'm finished with my layout, I can go to Teacher Tools and apply it to a group or a class of devices. So I've already selected the group here. Here's my after school layout. When I click Activate, you'll notice the background change and the icons will change on the iPad. And if I swipe to the second screen, there are the apps I placed there, and there's the third screen. I also have the option in screen layouts of placing items in the dock. I can do that by just dragging them down to this section. Now when I go back to Teacher Tools and Activate, the icons should appear in the dock. A second method for putting icons on screens when you're editing a layout is to use the list view instead of the graphical view. One reason for this might be to get a list of all of your apps in one spot so you can see all of the ones that are being used anywhere in your layout. But you can also use this to move apps in bulk to different screens. So if I want to move all of these three items onto screen 3 from screen 2, I can do that from this menu. Now let's look at a couple of screen layout functions that are available for administrators. I'll switch to another browser where I'm already logged in as an administrator. I'll choose the same school that we were just working with. And in screen layouts, you'll see that I have a scheduler tab. This can let you schedule screen layouts to be applied, for instance, after school or for the weekend to a device group. Also, when editing or creating layouts, an administrator has the option of assigning it to another user. That allows an admin to create a layout on behalf of a teacher. You'll also notice the shared checkbox. If that's checked, it means that that layout will be visible to everyone, not just the owner. One place that can come in handy is if you want to create a template for an entire grade, for example, and then allow the teachers in that grade to clone it and make their own modifications from there. So I might do 5th grade default, mark it as shared, and then I could drag and drop icons and add all of the items that for all of the apps that 5th grade might want to use, and then teachers can continue to clone. Admins have an additional way to add apps to layouts, and that is directly from the apps list. So as an admin, I could choose multiple items, click on Add to Home Screens, and now I can add one or more apps to multiple layouts all at the same time. And that's the advantage of doing it from this area. I'll add it just to the 5th grade. We can add it to a couple of them. The disadvantage of adding them from there is that you don't choose which screen inside the layout the app will appear on. So if I go look at the 5th grade default and go to home screens, you can see it did add Excel and Word, but it has the little A next to it. That means it's auto-assigned. It was automatically put on whichever the first available screen was for that app. So let's go see how this would look for a teacher. Here's how it would look for Beth. Beth comes to screen layouts, or maybe from a different area and clicks on it in the screen layouts list. And notice that Beth can't edit anything in here. That's because she's a teacher and not the owner of the layout. But what she can do is take 5th grade default, clone it, and now that can be edited. So now this is Beth's layout. And now she can make modifications and add and edit and do things on the home screens just like before. So that's a quick tour of screen layouts. Hope you found the video useful. Thanks for watching.